Alright guys, hey, welcome back to the stream. We're here, this is the Flying Moose with you once again. It's been about 2 days since our last stream. I already see that Bruce is here at the gate with me, and DJ Hedge Fund, so welcome guys. Looks like we got a few other people as well that haven't made their presence known in chat yet, but thank you for those of you who are here already. You guys obviously must be following the Facebook or the Twitter, so you know when we're coming on. So today we are flying the PMDG 737 here. We are just hooking up the gate now in Atlanta, or Hotlanta as it's often referred to. And we're getting ready to go to New York, up to La Guardia. So let me know if there's any issues right now with regarding the audio or anything. I just want to make sure I'm not waxing eloquent for 5-10 minutes and then have my mic muted. I don't think I do. I think everything's on. Pilot Boy Colmer 242, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. We're going to La Guardia, so let's go ahead and do our walk around. Actually, the caterer guys just got here, so I'm going to go ahead and open the... Actually, I wonder if I can do... I'm going to try to be fun, to be spiffy here. I don't know if I'm going to be successful. Let's see. One of these has got to be the FMS. Hey, there we go. Good. I don't have to jump back in the plane. So I'm just going to go ahead and open the doors here real quick so they can do their thing. Doors. We'll open that, and we'll open those two. And we'll go ahead and open the cargo doors. Cool. Sweet. Look at that. Good evening, Bruce. Glad to have you here. Pilot Boy, I'm doing good. It's been really stinking hot here in Fresno. I mean, unbelievably hot. But I'm in an air-conditioned room. I'm flying. It's the end of the day. I'm done with work for the day, so I'm in a good mood. Yeah. The jetway stuff is glitchy. It's default FSX. What are you gonna do? You know, whatever. Pilot Boy, you're live streaming as well. That's awesome. All right. What are you live streaming? Flight sim, or are you live streaming something completely different? All right, let's go ahead and do the walk around. They're doing the catering load, so let's go ahead and get ready to get this guy in the air. So 737, we got a pitot tube right there. We got a I forget what that thing's called. Someone will tell me, I'm sure. It's not a static port, something else. But anyway, we got the the noise wheel. It's the noise wheel. We got the nose wheel right here. We got the nose gear light, the doors. Nothing looks funny. We got no marks of hydraulic fluid. The piston looks nice and shiny. Nose cone, radome looks good. No signs of bird malfeasance, so that's good. Diwa Sharma, welcome. Guess I do remember you. Awesome to have you back with me. Yo Puntos E. Oh, greetings from the Canary Islands. Nice. Well, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. All right, we got the pitot tubes on this side, and we're going to come around the way here and just look at the fuselage. We got a static port there that looks all clear. We're going to go twist behind. This is funny. This guy's just sitting here with his guy up in the air. That's default scenery here at Atlanta. All right, coming around, we've got a little looks like a turn-off light there, or one of the turn-off lights, or wing view light. I'm not sure what that light's for, actually. Turn-off light's over here. Landing light, turn-off light, wing route. We got engine number 2. The blades and everything look good right there, so that's good. No signs of damage. And it just makes it look like our slats are deployed. You see that? That difference right there. I think our slats are... Why are our slats deployed? I wonder if it's still kept... are we still at flaps 5? I wonder for the... someone didn't raise the stuff. Alright, see, this is interesting to note. Alright, so what we want to be mindful of is these are going to retract into whatever position that's set in the cockpit as soon as we put hydraulic power on the airplane. So this is good to be aware of. This is why you do walk-arounds. So we're going to take note of that. Our slats are deployed, so if maintenance was going to do any work on the wing, we'd want to be well aware of that, so we didn't suddenly add hydraulic power and slice somebody's hand off when that retracted. So that's good to know. So we're going to take note of that. We're going to check around here. It looks like... I can't really tell. It doesn't look like the flaps are deployed. It looks like it's just the slats. That's what my eye sees. So, DOS, you just finished your flight sim. That's awesome. Where'd you fly to? And where'd you fly from? And what'd you fly? Exhaust port looks nice and clean. Nothing living in there. No No badgers, as I like to say. Not that there would be, but you know, gotta find a funny named animal to, blame. Tires look good. The strut there looks good. That's all positive. We're gonna come back to the back here, and that's looking fine. We're gonna check the horizontal vertical stabilizer, also known as the tail section, and checking back here for the tail. Things are looking okay back here. No real good sign of tail striking, so that's good. That guy's going to disappear every time I raise my head up too much. That's hilarious. Little glitches. As Air Force Proud likes to say, Illuminati. Just proof of Illuminati. Love that guy. Alright, we got... oh, here's a funny... Okay, so check this out. So you see this guy says hot right here? I don't know if this is the same thing on... And I doubt it is, but on the Airbus, there's something somewhere. But at Flight Sim Con, as I was leaving, I'm heading through the hotel lobby back into the airport, which is like connected to it. So I'm like walking alongside where you see the jetways and there's aircraft. An Airbus looks like 320 had just parked, and there was one of these type things. Probably not the same one, but something similar to this on the side of the fuselage, and water was literally just kind of pouring out of it. It literally was the first time I've ever seen an Airbus urinate. It was awesome. And just peeing onto the tarmac. It was hilarious. It was probably condensate from something to do with the packs. But it was really funny. What up, Moose? Ed201, welcome to the stream. Welcome aboard. Getting ready to go to La Guardia. Thanks for joining us. Glad to have you with us. We checked the other gear here. The left main. All the brakes, tires look good. The strut's nice and shiny. We got... nothing living in the exhaust of the engine. Again, the flaps look like they're in their up position. We'll check the handle when we get into cockpit too. But the slats are clearly deployed on this side too, so that's good to take note of. We're going to be aware of that, and we're going to make sure maintenance is well cleared before we add hydraulic pressure to the airplane for safety reasons. Alright, coming around to the side here. We've already got 11 people watching the stream. That is awesome. This is great. We're building momentum for this channel. I love it. If you haven't subscribed already, I urge you to subscribe. We were at 422 subs last I counted. We're working toward that magic number of 500. Our next goal after that will be 1,000. But we got to take these one step at a time. As they say oh shoot, what is that movie called? What About Bob? Baby steps. It's all about baby steps. Anyway, so we're checking the engine over here. Looks like all the fan blades are in good condition. I don't see any problems. Got a little sensor here. That's fine. That's normal. And wing root looks good. We get the lights right there, and that's all good. All right, static ports right there are clear. I think we can head up to the flight deck. So let's do that. Alright, on the flight deck we are going to be going to La Guardia, so we need to do our flight planning, but before I do that I want to get these guys out of here, because I don't want to be waiting on them. So we're going to go back to here. We're going to close the doors for the caterers. I'm noticing... Actually, that's interesting. I'm noticing... Ah, check that out. Okay, so yeah, look at this. See the flap indications at 5. The handle does not agree. This is the first time I've ever seen this. This is awesome. Diwa Sharma, good to see you here. I'm glad you were here for a little bit, but I guess you're taking off later. But yeah, the flap handle's up and our flaps are set at 5. So as soon as we add hydraulic power, these are going to retract. And I'm not going to do it until we do that. So we need to be well aware of that. That's why you do the walk around and check these things. Making sure these things agree before you put hydraulic power in the airplane and something happens. So take your flying lessons. Oh, that's awesome, Dewas. Well, have fun with that. Good luck, and enjoy your flying lessons. It's awesome, man. Do it for real. Okay, so what was I saying? We were checking that, but we needed to do... Oh, I closed the doors, so we did that. That's open. So let's go ahead and start the boarding process, and then we're going to go do our flight planning while that's happening. So, actually, before I... As I open everything, that's annoying. Don't do that. Go back. Don't do that either, actually. Let's do this. I'm going to set up, because I know that I want to do... For payload today, we're actually going to do full. So I'm going to do 12 of 12. We're going to New York, so I figure if there's any time to do a full flight, it's from Atlanta to New York. It makes sense. So we're going to be absolutely full today. We're going to do 150 for the passengers, and we're going to do 10,000 pounds of cargo, so it's going to be 5,000 in the front and 5,000 in the back. So we're going to do that. And that's going to give us a zero fuel weight of 129.7. So we'll put that into our flight planning. Right now the fuel is not set because we don't know what the fuel is going to be yet. So load level, how is the load level at 85.4%? I wonder if that's total weight the plane can take. Oh yeah, it probably is because our cargo's not necessarily full. So yeah, that makes sense. Okay. That's fine. Okay. So we're going to go back here to menu, and now we're going to get people to load on here. So request boarding. There we go. Okay, while that's happening, we're going to go over to the flight planning over here. And I'm going to mute the aircraft sounds right now so you don't have to listen to the hi Juanita, hi Juanita. That's going to happen a billion times over and over again. Alright, so we are Westwind Flight 1103 today out of Atlanta, KATL, going into KLGA, La Guardia. And our alternate is Boston. Alright. Don't think we'll need to go up there, but hey, just in case. And then we're doing, I'm doing a retro as far as time goes because I don't really want to fly completely at night. And since we're starting on the East Coast, I didn't get off till 5. So we're basically starting, it's as if we're in my time. That's what I'm considering it to be. So we're essentially leaving at, it's 5 right now as far, well, it's actually, that's an hour even beyond that. So let me see what time do I have it as? 21, 22? Yeah. So that's essentially 5, I think, because it's right now it's 1:15. Yeah. So we're going to say time out of here is probably going to be about 21:45, we'll say. Let's just, that's, yeah, 21. What am I doing? 21:45. When you talk too much, you got to remember what you're actually doing. It's helpful. And we're at the 737. We're going to make sure this is set to 80, which is what I want it to be. That's fine. I don't know why this is a thing either, but whatever. Maybe if your call sign was different than the airline number, maybe, I don't know. Ours is not. Time and route's about 210. They're estimating our departure runway to be 27 right. We'll see what that ends up actually being. Now what's happening is here is SimBrief is using current weather. I'm using weather from like 3 hours ago, so these aren't necessarily going to be accurate. So, and that's fine. So we got 150 passengers. Cargo is 10. 0 fuel weight. I forget what I said. What was the 0 fuel weight? 0 fuel weight. Payload 129.7. Alright. 129. Where are you at? 129. So we're going to be on the heavier side today. We're not we're not at our max takeoff weights, but we're on the heavier side. 129.7. Let's see. The route they've given us today is the Jace 2 to Kellen, Byjack, Q60, the Jackson, HYP. I'm not sure what that is. Where's HYP? That seems like it's probably like right here. HPW. Did I say HYP? I did. Wow, I just made up letters. HPW, which is Hopewell, right here in Virginia. It's just southeast of Redmond. Richmond. Redmond, my gosh. J191 to PXT, which, Patuxent, maybe? Yeah, Patuxent, like Patuxent Naval Base. And then the Corey 3 into New York's La Guardia. So, it looks like it's pretty straight in right there. Boom. Just skirting Manhattan. Now, something to be aware of, right here, this gray spot here is JFK. This area right here is LaGuardia. And this little gray spot right here, if you can see it, is Newark. Those are the 3 big airports right here in the New York area. So, we're going right in between there. So, Got to be aware of other traffic and things that are competing for our time there, but that's going to be our route today right there. Boom. So I think we're good with that. And I think I don't need E-tops because we're not going over the water, and I don't need step climbs because we're not going that far. So I think we can do that, and I think that's good to go. Let's generate that. Boom. So hey, if you're joining us on the stream, jump into chat, say hello. I've already heard from a couple of you, and it's awesome that you put as many people as there are here at this early in the flight. So that's fantastic. We're going through the flight planning process. We're going to La Guardia. If you haven't already, please give the video a like and a subscribe. You can also follow us on Moose83 at Twitter and also on Facebook. You'll find out when we're streaming and can join the fun, join the flight. So encourage you guys to do that and get into chat, be starting a conversation because that's where it's all about. It's all about the interaction and hopefully I hope you guys enjoy listening to me because that's why you're here. But I look forward as much to conversing with you guys and not just talking to myself. So I just heard the ding, so it looks like the passengers are on board, so that's good. So they're going to be getting in their seats and getting ready to go while the flight attendants help them get seated and get all their stuff stowed. So here's what we got. We're going to be flight level 350 today. We're going to be 19,500, 19,600 pounds of fuel, really. So that's going to be our block fuel and then our zero fuel weight, which we already knew. And then there's our route. So I'm going to pull up SimBrief on my tablet here real quick and make sure I can get this in here because we're going to need to do that. My tablet's all screwy from when we flew on Sunday and I didn't have my laptop, and so I had to use my tablet for things, and now it's all goofy up. So I got to get it all situated back. Meg Brook, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the flight. You should be nice to Dell and take out the DCTs. Dark Wolf, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. I'm not sure who am I being nice to. Is that delivery you're referring to? And take out the direct. Well, I'm not gonna. They won't see those for the what do you call it? Engine failure. Yeah, simulate engine failure. We might. I've got failures turned on, so I want them to be random. I don't like specifying the failure because then I know it's coming, and that's no fun. So yeah, Dark Wolf, hi, thanks for coming, thanks for subscribing, I appreciate it. I did see that you just subscribed. Thank you so much. Welcome aboard. Welcome to the flight. Well, delivery will, yeah, we're talking about FSX delivery. I'm not flying online, so no one's gonna see. When I put it into FSX flight plan, it takes those out. So I know those are really annoying. I really wish that SimBrief wouldn't put those in because it's pretty obvious. If you're going from one to the other, of course you're going direct to that. So yeah, the DCTs, looks like there's 2 of them. What's annoying about that too is you can get it confused with I'm sure there's a VOR that's DCT somewhere. Maybe not. Maybe that's why they don't do that, but if there is, that can be a horrifying little, oh, you're jumping over to that VOR, and why? That's not anywhere on your route. Okay, I've got it pulled up on my tablet now, so that's good. The other thing I want to check while I'm here is our alternate stuff. So our final reserve today is 37.53, and our alternate is 37.60. So our bingo fuel is going to be about 7,400 or so, if my math is correct. Actually, about 7,500, really. Let's call it 7,500. Actually, that works out quite nicely. So about 7,500 is going to be our bingo fuel. Our final reserve is going to be 37.53. So let's go back over here to the aircraft, and we can actually, I'm going to make those as notes on my paper for me. Aviation Headquarters, welcome to the stream. However, on VATSIM is a great controller for ATL. Yeah, I haven't flown VATSIM in a while. I'm not doing it tonight, just because I'm out of practice with VATSIM, and we'll do some VATSIM flights, but I don't know if he's on right now or not. But all right, so let's see. I said 7,500 is going to be bingo, and I said 30. What was that? 35.53. I think. 37.53. is going to be our reserve. And I don't think I really need anything else, right? Fuel is going to be 19.6. Well, I will make a note of that. 19,600. Amex, or Emic, or however you say that. Welcome to the stream. Welcome aboard. Enjoy a good old flight sim. Nice. Dark Wolf, this is the PMDG 737-800. 737-800 by PMDG. This is FSX Box Edition. This is not Steam. Not that there's much of a difference except for under the hood stuff. So for what you guys are seeing, there's not really going to be any difference. By the weekend, we should be in Steam, I believe, just for the ease of being able to do some multiplayer stuff. But I'm not there yet. So I think I'm going to close this now. Yes. Okay. And we're going to switch this back over to game, and I'm going to switch this over to full screen, because that will help some things, I think, frame rate wise. Oh, sorry, I didn't see that you also subbed. Thank you for subbing. I didn't see your thing pop up. You might have your subs set to private, but awesome. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing. Okay, so we know what our fuel needs to be now, so let's go ahead and load that up. That was going to be 19,600. 19,600 is going to be our fuel. Boom. And we do have some in the center tank, so that's good to note. Return there. Ground connections. I'm going to remove the wheel chocks at this point. And I'm going to go ahead and close the doors. Oops. Because it sounds like everybody's all loaded up, so we can do that. So doors are closed. And then we'll go over here in the FMC. And actually, I'm going to, real quick, I'm going to jump over to the setup. I just want to make sure that failures are turned on. So, whoops, that's not what I want. Options. Simulation. Source bay failures on. Okay, good. So I want it to be able to fail if something happens. So that's good. That's what I want. That's what I want. Yeah, it's a nice cockpit. It's someone I saw someone the other day flying. It looked like they were flying the PMDG 737 with the beige, the kind of brown cockpits that the 57s and 47 has. And while I love that color in those cockpits, it looks right. It did not look right on this. And maybe it's just because I'm used to seeing it in gray on the 737. I don't know. But it was weird. And I don't know if they tweaked it to do that or there was some patch or something. I don't know what the heck. But I've never seen it in real life like that. We are at KATL. Let's put that in there. Oh, you know what we need to do before we get too far in that? Let's go ahead and get the IRSs to align. Coming down here, the fuel pumps are all off except for the centers are on, but we've got the APU running, which I realize now the bus isn't even on. That was dumb. Alright, those are off. Oh, there's Amex. There's the subscribe now. It came through. Awesome. Thank you, sir. You'll see that you'll see that as I talk because it's time to that. Let's go ahead and arm the emergency exit lights. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the cockpit light here. We'll test our stall warning. Oh, only one of them works. I wonder if that's because we don't have this up yet. I think that's the case, actually. Overspeed, okay. We need to put in this, so let's go. Oh, be quiet. Let's get our GPS position here and put that in. Yeah, it was kind of delayed there, Amex. I'm not sure what was up with that. I've never seen it go that long before. So, but hey, I'm glad you got your acknowledgement. So. Okay, so that's there. That's aligning or is aligned. Let's see if that... Nope, still not. So I'm not sure what the... We'll test that again. That may be a failure. Who knows? I doubt it. I think that's just something's not fully on yet because we're not started up. Window heats are going to come on. Whoops, not that one. That's test or something. Pitos will stay off for now. We're going to turn the cockpit lights to on. We want this running on the... Actually, I guess that's fine. That's all on. That's good. That's good. That's good. The hydraulic pumps, the engine ones are on, but the electric ones are off, and that's fine because the engines are off, so it's okay. I'm turning the seatbelt signs on now that the passengers in their seats. And this, we're going up to 35,000, so we're going to change that to that. There we go. Bleed is on there. We're going to split that. I'm going to leave the packs. I'll put the packs on until we're ready to go. That we can cool the passengers off a little bit. And we'll turn the recircs on, though. And I think, let's see, logo light can come on, positions on, those are off. That's good. Okay. Okay. All right, now we can go down here and do this. So our route today is going to be Atlanta to KLGA. Okay. I'm not sure what that is. My tablet was making beeping noises at me. Let's see. Let's get our ATIS and find out where we're actually expecting to go here. So, ATIS. Okay, well we're going. Oh crap! All right, well so we're going to the east, not the west, which is what they originally estimated for us. And you know what? I just realized I screwed something up. All right, stand by. I just realized I did not save the flight plan for from SimBrief before I left that, so I'm gonna go do that real quick. And I think you guys will just keep looking at the cockpit, which is fine. I don't need you guys to follow me onto this. No, maybe not. Oh, there we go, yeah. Oh, you logged me out. How dare you. Okay. Yeah, so you got to remember to save the flight plan, and then so I can import into FSX so they know where we're going. And I did not do that. Alright, so download FMS. I also want to put that in my weather engine too, so this will be good. Good. I do want to look at here. So that makes more sense actually if we're going to the east. So yeah, okay. All right. Should look at the JCO too and just make sure. All right, that's fine now. And then in flight plan, let's load that for KATL. Should be the beginning. There you are. Got 17 people watching the stream right now. It's awesome. Welcome, guys. If you haven't said hello in chat already, I encourage you to do so. Say hello. Let me know you're here. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter at FlyingMoose83, and you'll know when we're streaming. And that's a good way to keep in touch there. Let's see. Expected weather 150. I think they said it was like 113, but it's 3 knots, and so it's really not going to matter. What's in La Guardia? Expected weather is 340 at 8, gusting 21. Ooh, that could be fun. What the heck is this? 310, variable 10. I don't know what that is. That's interesting. 10 miles, few at 7,000, scattered 13,000, broken 250, 25,000, temperature 2986. Okay. Alright. Mert, something. It's kind of distorted on my small screen. But welcome to the stream, sir. Thank you for your subscribing. I appreciate it. Kermit Suicide, hello. How you doing? Sosku. Mert Sosku, I think. But Kurt's Suicide also, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. Mert, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate it. Welcome aboard. And I'm just looking at the weather right now. So, okay, that's fine. Unfortunately, we still don't know which runway they're going to give us, but we'll be able to figure that out shortly. So let me put this back to full screen. So let's just go ahead and estimate. I'm looking at, based on where we are, um, it really can go either way because they're both on either side of us. But I'm going to go ahead and estimate runway 8 right, just because that's technically closer to us, and we're going to see what happens. So, favorite airline company right now, honestly, it's I've been this is going to sound controversial just because of in recent events. I've actually been a United fan for a long time. That was like the first big airline I think I flew. Well, no, I flew TWA as a kid, and they're not around anymore, so they don't really count. But I've been a United fan for a long time. Although right now I'm really on the Delta bandwagon. I just flew Delta for Flight SimCon, and I gotta say, Delta was fantastic. We had some problems, to be sure. They weren't really Delta's fault, but the way Delta handled everything, the way the customer service was, the interaction with the pilots, I gotta say. Now I don't have any experience with BA. I would like to love British Airways, but I don't have any experience with them. I would say for a foreign carrier though, the ones I kind of most identify with, Lufthansa. I'm half German, so you gotta love the Germans when they're not, taking over the world. Anyway, weird tangent aside. I'm gonna estimate runway 8 right. We're gonna see how close we get to that. So I'm gonna go departure Atlanta. We're gonna assume 8 right. I'm gonna choose the Jace 2, Kellen transition. Go back to the route, and then from Kellen, let me pull the flight plan back up here, and we'll put that in. We're going to byjack, BY, where's Y? JAC, AC, even looks like 2 words right there, man. Byjack, Q60, which is a route, and that's going to Jackson, JAXSN, JAXSN. And from there, we're going to HPW. HPW. Dark Wolf, you like Delta 2? That's awesome. This was my first experience flying Delta, and I was extremely impressed. I'd never had experience with Delta before. I am definitely a fan now. PXT. And I don't know how much of that. It seemed ingrained in their culture as a company, so I don't feel like it's something they just started. I feel like it's been something they've been working on for the last few years, and they've really done a good job with it. Rival, we're going to be taking the Corey 3 from Patuxent, and I have no idea on the... well, actually, I have a fair idea. What did I say the winds were? It was like 250 something or other? Shoot, I shouldn't have gotten rid of that. I want to say it was 2 something. So I'm going to go ahead and estimate we're going to do ILS runway 22. Let's just assume that, and then we'll fix it if they give us something else. Let's see, next page. So let's put that there. Let's take care of the discontinuity and activate that. There we go. All right. Okay. Thompson is already cheap alternative. Yeah, see, that's all European stuff for the most part, and I'm on the West Coast. Not only I'm like as far from Europe as you can get, almost. So, I really don't have any thing. KZEKVO, I don't really know how to pronounce your thing, but hello from LA. This is your Ukrainian friend. Yes, I remember you from the other night. Welcome back. You're just down south from where I am. Welcome to the flight. Grape One. Did you stop by my office and say hi? Are you here? Oh, that's yes, of course. Grape One. You're a Westwinder. Yes, I raided the fridge, and you need to restock now because I'm taking it all for the flight going to La Guardia. So, here in your home hub airport of Atlanta, welcome Grape One. Good to have you here on the flight with us. Okay, 0 fuel weight. I think I can just do this, right? Yeah, good. Reserves was 3.7. And cost index is 80. Flight level is 350 today. Wonderful. Execute that. And I'm not going to derate today because we're actually going to be fairly heavy. So we're going to leave our stuff normal. We're going to do flaps 5. And so we've got V1, VR, V2. And center of gravity gives us a trim of 4.76. Alright, so on that front, we are good to go. I do need to put the flight plan into FSX, because that has not happened yet. Dan Ladd, are you with us on the stream right now? Because I see you just followed me on Twitter, so that's awesome. If you're here. My phone just vibrated and told me. So if you're here, come say hi in chat. Let's see, Atlanta to LGA. There we go. Nope, open that. And 35. Yep, good. Okay. Do not move my aircraft. I'll end your life. MX, are you Dan Ladd on Twitter? Is that Aaron Wiggins? What game is that? This is FSX. This is FSX boxed. This is not Steam. Not that there's much of a difference in regard to what you see. Mankesh, hello from the UK. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you on the flight with us today. And for those of you that are just joining us, if you have not subscribed yet, I urge you to subscribe, give the video a like, and join us for future videos as well. We're here in Atlanta going to La Guardia. Okay, we're all buttoned up and ready to go. I need to get my clearance from ATC, so let's do that. Like your hat in the picture. Let me look at that again, because it's on my phone, so just... I don't see a hat so much as a hood. It looks like you're wearing a hoodie. But maybe that's a hat. It's kind of cut off because it's all in a circle. It's hard to tell. Alright, where are we going here? 11,00514, okay. Let's see. Favorite superhero? I don't know that I really have one. I'm not really big into the comics and superheroes. I think if I had to choose one, I'd probably aim more for Batman, and here's why. Nothing to do with DC, Marvel, whatever. I don't care. He's the only one that's like he doesn't actually have superpowers. It's just he like is kind of almost the most realistic. Everybody else has to get bitten by a spider or is from Krypton or some weird wacky whatever radioactive stuff. I don't know. I'm not into superheroes that much, so that's all it is. Oh, it's a hood and a hat. Okay. Yeah. Whatever. You're right. It's not that important. Okay. So we have our clearance. We need to go back to ground. And we'll get our taxi clearance here in a second. Let me look through here and make sure all this is on what it needs to be. Yaw damper can come on now. That stuff's all good. We'll go ahead and turn our fuel pumps on because we're going to be starting our engines here momentarily. We're going to go ahead and turn the beacon on because we're going to be starting our engines here momentarily. And why does that still say overheat? Or what does that say? Overheat. Yes, it does. Oh, probably because they actually are overheated because we're on the ground and it's 1,000,000 degrees in Atlanta. All right, we're going to turn those on right before we take off. So remind me. Why does that say off? Okay, both stall warnings work now, which is good. Trim air is on. That's what we want. Dual bleed is on. That's fine. And okay. Okay, I think we're ready, and we'll see if we have any problems once we get out to the field. Maintenance has told me that they are clear, so we can go ahead and add hydraulic power. So I'm going to go ahead and retract the jetway at this time. What is your favorite color? This is turning into an episode of Monty Python. Favorite color is blue. Let's see here. For a car, though, it's black. Let me just be clear. Some people argue black's not a color. It's a confluence of all the colors or devoid of color, whatever. But favorite color in general is blue. So I'm going to try and turn the hydraulic pumps on and see if these start to retract. They're not. That's interesting. Okay. Well, we'll see if when we add engine power what happens. Okay. So let's go ahead and get our taxi clearance. after this guy gets his taxi clearance. Aaron Wiggins, did I already say hello to you? But welcome aboard, if I did not. To cheese or not to cheese? The answer to that is always to cheese. Cheese is always good. I don't, even if you don't mean it in that way. I love cheese. Also, would you live in New York or LA? I'd live in LA before I lived in New York, only because I'm a California boy. California politics notwithstanding, but I'm a California boy. I do like going down to LA all the time. I go down whenever I can and go to the airport there and watch planes. So now you mentioned Monty Python. Come on, favorite movie, Brian for me. Shoot, what the crap's the Holy Grail? Holy Grail. I also have an audio thing on Flying Circus and absolutely love it. But Monty Python is tops. I love Monty Python. 8 right. Look at that. I called it. Boom. 8 right. Taxi via Foxtrot Hotel. Okay. So which direction are we facing? We're facing the way of runway 8, so it should be over there. So, no. Yes, it should be. Yeah, because 9's on the other side. Okay, so we want to point the nose to the left. So let's go ahead and... Oh, that'd be good. Let's see. Boarding complete. Yes, perfect. Push departure. Nose to the left. No, we will wait till we push back. Yes, you said hello already, but okay, good. Sometimes I can't remember sometimes, so, but yeah. But I'd rather say hello to you twice than miss you completely. Alright, we got 18 people in the stream right now. That's awesome, guys. Welcome. Hope you enjoy. We're just going to start pushing back right now, and we will get underway. Why do I have an electrical problem? What's the, Is it just because I'm running off APU? Or is it because of that? There we go. That might be why. No, it's not. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the electrical... We'll see when we turn on the generators. That may be... It may just be waiting for that. You can never tell sometimes with these things. It's not very clear. Alrighty, guys. Parking brake off. Alright, we can start engines, so we're going to go ahead and, what is today? Today's the 21st. That's an odd number day, so I think it's also the first day of summer. Is today the solstice? I think it is. We'll leave the left ignition fine. We'll do ground. Oh, I got to turn the packs off. Start valves open, and there we go. Okay. And fuel on. Mankesh, I'm not sure why you think you're stupid, but Hove, I join with you. Can you rephrase? Because I'm not sure I understand what you're getting at. Alright, as the hydraulics are coming open, we're going to see what's happening here. What I might need to do is actually push the flap lever down one and back to reset it. Let me try that. No. Let me go down there. There we go. Oh. Now it jumped back. Wow. Okay. Yeah, so just, okay. Yeah, so that reset the flap. So now these slats should be in. Not that, I mean, we're going to be putting them down to 5 in a second, but that's what I was talking about. Alright, and now we can go ahead and fire up number 1. And start valves open, and rotation. I can't really do an outside startup because I need to be able to put the fuel on, and I don't have a button selected to do that, so... I will do this, though. Once we fuel on, let me find out which one it is. It's one of these. It's that one. Let me fuel on. That should be igniting. I did do fuel on, right? There it goes. I think. Hopefully it's not spinning back down. Come on, baby. Yep, there we go. All right, engines are running. So here's the aircraft, by the way, in all its glory. For those of you that missed the walk around, you got both engines running. That's a really nice view right there. That's a screenshot worthy. I love it. Okay, the electrical thing's gone now, so that's good. We're gonna turn the generator. Oops, not you. Generators on, and the packs can come back on. Passengers will enjoy that. APU bleed can go off. That's into auto, and the APU can come off. Go over here, Gen 1. There we go. Alright, so what are you yelling at me about? Is that anti-ice? Is that what it says? Yeah. That's what the anti-ice. Tyler Richardson, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it, sir. Welcome aboard. Anti-ice is off, nor should it be on. It's hot. Like, I don't... Yeah, I don't understand why that... Maybe it's saying anti-ice for pitot, because the pitos are off. That could be. In fact, that's probably what it's yelling about. But we're not going to turn those on until we get to the runway, because again, we want air to be passing over those so it doesn't burn out the pitot. Let's see, a trim needs to get set to 4.76, so that's going to be somewhere down in this vicinity there-ish, yeah. We'll now go ahead and set the flaps to what they're supposed to be, which is 5. Steve wasn't out, or something like that. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for subscribing, sir. Welcome aboard. Yeah, the winglets are huge on this aircraft, proportionally especially. 757 kind of has that effect too. It really makes me not like the winglets. The pitot heater will not be needed at low altitude today, but 747 Air France going right there. But that will not be needed. Paul Tech, thank you for subscribing, sir. Welcome aboard. Welcome to the flight. Yeah, it won't be needed down here, obviously. It's, what is the temperature? 26 degrees C? Yeah, it's nice and warm. But up at altitude, you see we got clouds. So there's definitely possibility for some icing stuff going on up there. Not enough to affect our wings, but you don't want to ever risk it with the speed, so you always leave the pitot heats on. Remember, up at altitude, it's going to be minus something or other degree Fahrenheit. So definitely freezable. Right. So flaps are down. The trim is set. I think we're good for taxi. I'm going to go ahead and turn the runway turnoff lights on and taxi light on. Beacon's already running. We've already got our taxi clearance. I think it was Foxtrot Hotel. Yep. And so parking brake off, and let's go ahead and accelerate. Let's get a moving on. And with that, we are hauling passengers today, so I think it's time for an obligatory cabin announcement. So let's talk to the passengers. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. Welcome aboard Westwind Flight 1103, service from Atlanta to New York La Guardia Airport. At this time, we would hope that you are in your seats with seatbelt fastened, your tray table and seat backs in their full upright position. Any luggage that you have is either stored in the overhead bins or safely under the seat in front of you for takeoff. At this time, also, cell phones need to be put into airplane mode, and please refrain from using your electronic devices until we are clear of the runway. We appreciate it. It's for the safety. Our flight time today is about 2 hours or so to LaGuardia, and we should be off here pretty quick from Atlanta here. We don't expect too many issues or delays. We do ask once we get up to altitude and we turn that seatbelt sign off that you leave your seatbelt fastened whenever you're in your seat, as we never know when we're going to hit unexpected rough air, and that is for your safety, so please bear that in mind. At this time, flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for takeoff, and we'll be going shortly. Alright, that's Echo. Where's Foxtrot? Am I on Foxtrot? Maybe this is Foxtrot. I'm assuming this is Foxtrot. I suppose I could pull up my map. Yeah, this is Foxtrot. Okay. Call sign suggest. Well, for this flight, we're a west wind call sign. West wind 1103. Are you talking about just in general? I mean, you can suggest all you want. Whether I use it or not is another matter. All right. While we're texting here, let's go ahead and look at the departure, which I did not do yet, really. So we should probably check that out. We are taking the JC departure, which if we're going out, we're going to be turning to a heading of 82 shortly after departure and heading toward the Ronnie fix, I believe. Yeah. And I'm not seeing any speed or altitude restrictions, so it looks like we are unabated, just standard 250 below 10,000. All right. Yeah, right. Okay. I had a feeling that's exactly what you were going to say, was Harambe. The minute I mentioned Air Force Proud, I'm sure that that's where that came from. Harambe 1. Oh, it's great. That's great. Vancash, yeah, so I'm not sure what the issue was before, but yeah, I'm glad you're here for me with the takeoff. We're going to be going here pretty shortly, so stick around for the takeoff. Let's go ahead and turn on our stuff here for TCAS. We'll go ahead and test that. We're getting off a little later than I'd hoped. It's 22:01 now. We were hoping for 21:45, but that's fine. That is fine. So there's hotel, and that's runway 8 right. So it's right there. So that's fantastic. Dark Wolf, yay. Can't wait for the takeoff. Ah, we're almost there. We are almost there. Takeoff is imminent. Let's set RTO. Just running through a list of things here in my head. Alright. Coming around. I'm really not sure what the frame rates are going to be like when we get into New York. I'm not expecting a lot of good frame rates, but we'll see. Maybe we'll get lucky. We'll be far enough away from Manhattan to not be too bad. I don't know that I've ever really flown into LaGuardia on Flight Sim. I always fly into JFK, so this is kind of new territory for me. Alright, this is runway 8 right, so let's go ahead and get our request clearance from the town. Yep, that killed the anti-eye, so I wanted the pitos. Alright, so pitos are armed, the window heats are armed, flaps are 5, gear is down, auto brake sets RTO, trim is set. Xander Murray, welcome to the flight, sir. Welcome aboard. Tyler Richardson, this is the box edition. I have Steam as well, and I'm going to be getting that set up for this weekend, so I can do some multiplayer stuff with people that have been asking for it, and I'd love to do that too. This is boxed. And we get to cruise, I can explain why I'm using boxed over Steam. It's not really a good reason necessarily, but... Alright, guys. I'm going to double check this for you, because I don't remember if I did this, and I would hate to not have this, so stand by. I'm just going to check something really quick. Oh, look at that. I didn't. I just now realizing I left the the sounds off. So I know you want to hear those engines spool up, so I got you back. So the sounds are back on. Alright. Surprised I didn't have that set before. No one said anything. Okay, here we go. Landing lights. We've got to turn them on. Now we're good to go. Alright, auto throttle so we can do our MS at... oh, I can't do that. Okay, fine. Fine. Xander Murray, thank you for subscribing, sir. Just in time for takeoff. Here we go. Takeoff power set. At 22:05. Still can't do that. Okay. What's up with that? Gear up. There was no tail strike. You gotta go over 15 degrees to get a tail strike. Thank you, Aaron Wings. Thank you, man. What was that for? 4 miles, 6 o'clock. Why is he behind me? I can't see him behind me. That's just stupid. That's just dumb. I'll bring flaps up the rest of the way. Auto brakes off. King Savage, what's up? How you doing? Welcome to the flight. Larry Fick, howdy. How's it going? Welcome to the flight. Welcome aboard. All right, autopilot is off. These are just on for flight director. We're going to hand fly this thing for a little while because it's more fun that way. By the way, speaking of hand flying, coming up this weekend, Saturday I believe is when we're going to do it. I was challenged recently to try the original flight that I did, my inaugural YouTube flight, 747 from LAX to SFO. It's a short flight, big airplane, but to do it with very low visibility and no automation. And I said challenge accepted. So that will be happening this Saturday. I don't know exactly what time. It'll probably be in the morning Pacific, so that way all of you East Coast and European guys can catch it as well. But I will tweet you guys as soon as I know what time. Locked in the lavatory. That's no fun. All right, Grape One, thanks for joining us. We'll see you later. All right, entering the clouds. Entering the soup. Yes, I will be flying on Friday. That will be another flight like this, a standard life and left seat flight. Saturday will be the challenge flight that I'm talking about. But yes, we will be flying Friday. Up to 17,000. Alright, autopilot engaged. And we turn the gear off. We're also above 10,000, so we'll turn off our landing lights. I'm going to leave those on, turn on the taxi light. And that's all on. It's all good. All right. Current speed right now in knots is 323. We were at 250 until we passed 10,000, and then we accelerated up. And whoop, this thing is trying to hold us at standby. We're up to 323 knots right now. Larry Fick, I do not own the Embraer E135, so at the moment I cannot fly it because I don't have it. At some point, if I get it, I can fly it, but I don't have it, so unfortunately. What is this a reply to? Alright. Fly from SMO or VNY. In real life or in flight sim? In real life, no. The only airport I've ever flown out of in Southern California is LAX. Hang on a second. There we go. In the sim, I have flown out of Van Nuys. I don't think I've ever flown out of Santa Monica. But yeah, no, not in real life. So when I did my flight training, which I don't have my PPL because I ran out of money before I finished, but when I did my flight training out of high school, it was all just out of my local airport. I did my cross countries for those of you familiar with California geography, to Coalinga and Porterville and Los Banos and Oakdale from Fresno. That was my solo cross countries. That was so much fun. That was my favorite part, getting on my own. Subsea Mitsubishi MG. Well, I don't have that either, so. EWR to SB, which is, I'm not familiar with SBN off the top of my head. Safe flight, going to sleep 4 a.m. Oh, goodness, Bruce. All right. Well, thanks for joining us for the takeoff. We'll see you later. Have a good night. Some Van Nuys. Okay. That's awesome. This is nice shooting through the clouds like this. This is cool. Ah! Oh gosh. Oh, FSX. Oh, you crack me up. That's a beautiful picture too. It's worthy of a oh, South Bend. Okay. Is that the South Bend that's like by Notre Dame? Or where Notre Dame is? Shooting out of the clouds. What a beautiful day to fly. And they must have transferred me over to something, and I'm sitting here at 17,000 feet, not paying attention. There we go. It's going to do horribly for my fuel economy, I'll tell you that. Alright. Dale Scott, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the flight, sir. Thank you for the props in the video. We've got lots of them on the channel, so if you like this, there's more to check out. There's also some videos before I started live streaming called Life from the Left-Hand Seat, or Life from the Left Seat, and also on board, just kind of some walkthrough flights of me flying back before I started live streaming. Again, I'm new to live streaming still. I mean, relatively speaking, I've only been doing it for a few weeks, but I'm absolutely loving it. I just love the interaction with you guys. So please don't ever feel like you're annoying me by chatting with me. I love the interaction. That's what makes this all worthwhile. So at the end of the day, it's all about you guys. That's why I do this. I can fly all by myself. I don't need to stream, but it seems that people enjoy this, and so I'm happy to oblige. Awesome, Dale. Thanks for that. I appreciate that. It's good to hear. All right, we're above 18,000 feet, so we're going to switch over to standard altimeter 299.2, which in the 737 just calls standard, or STD, which sounds like the 737 has a venereal disease. That's awful. Oh well. Okay. Everything seems to be clipping along. No problems, no bumps, no bangs. Oh, that's awkward. I don't think that's really my fault. I think that's something to do with you, buddy. Yeah, Larry Fick, if you can sign that subscribe button, and you just found it. Look at that. Thank you, Larry Fick, for subscribing. I appreciate it so much. Ramses82, hello. Welcome to the flight, sir. Do you add any kind of noise? I do not. So if that's what you're, if that's what does it for you, I don't think for me noise tends to relax me in that way. Good on you if that's what it takes, but yeah, it doesn't seem to do it for me anyway. I don't know. Yeah, it's difficult, man. I'll tell you that. You kind of get good at multitasking, but yeah, it's definitely problematic to miss stuff in the checklists and in the stream as I'm doing this. But yeah, it's a challenge, but it's a fun challenge. I appreciate it. So yeah, when I first started this, it was really hard to kind of do both. So what Delta planes do I have? I have livery. Well, let's see. I believe I have a Delta livery for the 747. I have a Delta livery, I think, for the 737. BMB Airsoft, thank you for subscribing, sir. Welcome to the flight. Welcome aboard. Flying to La Guardia today. Glad you could join us. I have the Boeing 717 in Delta livery, which is one of the few liveries that exist for the 717 right now. That's the TFDI. Going dyslexic. I want to say I have a 757 Delta livery, I'm pretty sure. And I might have a 767 livery. I haven't flown the 67 in a long time, just because I tend to like the 57 better, and it's the same cockpit. Upgrade my FS to Steam Edition. Not sure if we can fly to get online. We can at some point, because I will be using Steam starting this weekend, I believe. So yeah, there's already Encrypted Pilot's been asking about flying together, and so I'd like to do that too. But yeah, we'll start doing some on multiplayer flights to where you guys can join in if you want, and that'd be awesome. So 737 commercial flight had the same problem. I think that engine noise is the same reason. Maybe your bowel's resonant frequency is a jet engine noise. That's kind of hilarious and unfortunate all at the same time. Oh, it's funny. Maybe it's more like a massage. That frequency just kind of massages your insides and relaxes them up. I don't know. I haven't heard of that one before. I have heard of the brown note, so you know it's a thing, I guess, in some sense. I think that was on Mythbusters one time. Let's see. Usually 767 or 747. Okay. Yeah. So South Bend. That was the. That is Notre Dame. Got it. Flight number 2316. All right. That is such an underrated game. Tyler Richardson. Yeah, it is. It's amazing to me how advanced it really is for a game that's essentially now over 10 years old. So as video games go, that's really pretty impressive. So, but yeah, it is underrated. Chris Trott, welcome aboard. Salmon Lake, man, saw you stream and just had to give you crap. Yeah, I know. I know today's the solstice thing, but I had to do this, and so I can't get one of these guys into Salmon Lake. So, but yeah, I know. I know today's the solstice flight. How you doing, Chris? For those of you who don't know, Chris Trott's one of our VA members at West Wind, so there's a fly-in today for the solstice up at our Salmon Lake Resort. Is that up in Idaho? I don't remember. I want to say it's Idaho, unless it's up in Alaska. Maybe it's Alaska. I don't remember. Up to 350. So we're going up to climb altitude, our cruise altitude now. Let's. Oops. What happened in here? Tassie Gabriel, hey, welcome to the stream. Christopher, Alaska, got it. Okay. Estimated time en route today is about. I think it's about 2 hours, maybe just a little short. I'll check the FMS here in just a second, and we'll get an accurate estimated arrival. FS9, that way I have some aircraft without really. Yeah, if you're running FS9, then you're really you can have a lot of stuff still. Just north of Nome, I gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I haven't gotten an X-plane yet. I want to get it just to get some experience with it, but I don't know. It's just the look of it. There's some things I just like better about FSX than Prepared. PC game, yeah. Oh shoot, 3:15 a.m. All right, yep. Good to have you, buddy. Thanks for coming with us while you could, and have a good night. I do have an Airbus. I only have one Airbus at the moment, and I don't fly it that often. And we'll be flying it more often because now I'll be moving over to Steam, and it doesn't work on Box Edition. It only works on Steam. And the reason I was using Box over Steam was because I was doing recording videos, and I needed a FS Recorder. It doesn't work very well on Steam. And but now we're doing live stream, so it's kind of a moot point. So I'm moving back over, and I'll be able to fly the Airbus. I have a joystick just for it, so I don't have to use the yoke because that's more realistic with the Airbus. It's the Airsoft A3 1819 2021 is what I have. Make up your own. Nice. Gotcha. Watch it on your phone, Bruce. Nice. Oh, goodness, guys. Okay, we want to check. Someone asked me about estimate time en route, so let me look at that here. Let's see. We're supposed to be in at 23:48. And it is 22:22, so that's an hour and 10 minutes? No, hour and 20 minutes, rather. It's about an hour and 20 minutes from now. You would go there. Emergency 242, welcome to the stream. I take it MYNN is in Mexico, maybe? All the airports I've ever seen starts with M as a Mexican airport, but I'm not familiar with what that particular code is. So if you could educate me, I'd appreciate it. Gabriel, cool, I have the same ones. Yeah, it is nice when it flies correctly. The problem is the throttles go funny in the Box Edition. I can't seem to get them to work right. So in Steam, it works great. Oh, it's Bahamas. Oh, we should definitely go to the Bahamas, yeah. Yeah, we'll definitely do a flight to the Bahamas. In fact, I was going to do a flight down into Princess Juliana, the famous Maho Beach airport. I was going to do this last weekend, but got started late, and so maybe we'll do that this weekend, maybe Friday. We'll see. But yeah. We will see. All right, we're en route to Bajak. 130 nautical miles to Bajak. And about Mach 0.80 at the moment. We're passing 27,000 feet. If you're just joining us, we are flying to La Guardia today. I would encourage you to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Join Team Moose as we fly around this great world of ours. So far, we've been pretty much confined to the United States, but that is going to change soon. We've got plans to do an international flight, a transatlantic flight, actually, at some point here in the near future. That'll be on a weekend for sure when I have the time to do it. And that'll get us over to Europe. We'll do some European flights and eventually jump down, probably do some stuff in Asia as well, going through the Pacific. We're going to fly all over the place, and we're going to take you with us, and it's going to be fun. So you can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter at FlyMoose83. Find out when we're streaming, and you can join us, or you can always watch these videos after the fact. Either way, but it's a lot more fun to watch them live. Heading not aligned with the current heading. If AC informs you to make a deviation, quick change. Yeah, if it needs to be a deviation quickly, then I would just take it manually. But it's not a bad idea. It's not a bad suggestion. Boom. There we go. I do that for, in fact, I didn't do it this time, but I usually do that for takeoff, so that way I'm already aligned with the runway heading, and I can easily engage the auto heading mode, the heading mode, in case of an incident that requires me to take attention elsewhere, and I need to engage the autopilot quickly. So, alrighty, let's take a look. While we're here coming up on cruise, I'm going to pull up the arrival into La Guardia, just so we can get our eyes on that. KLGA. Yeah, it's a little bumpy. We got some turbulence. I'm leaving the seatbelt sign on for the time being because it's been keeping bumpy, so. Okay, it's dark now. Yeah, I know it's dark. It actually would be a little darker than this right now. It probably would be getting dark, realistically. I bumped the time back to about 3 hours, so this is actually closer to West Coast time, even though we're on the East Coast, just because I didn't want to fly in the dark. So, Nope, not a problem, Gabriel. I'm always looking for suggestions and comments. I'll take it. I'm not so proud that I won't be told how to fly. I may not listen, but I'll take the suggestion. No need to apologize. Yeah, we'll do a flight to Hawaii at some point. Absolutely. We'll take the gang to Hawaii. Got any barf bags? No. Sorry, I'm all out. So try your best to make it to the laboratory if you're gonna spew. I should change the subscriber alert to be the background to be a barf bag. I think that'd be funny. I might do that. Oh goodness. Oh yeah, Bumpy was said by Pay Me No Mind, which I paid him no mind because I didn't even notice it was somebody else. So welcome aboard, sir. Glad to have you with us. Sorry, I didn't notice it was someone else. Oh, you just rolled down the window. Yeah, depressurize my airplane. How dare you? I tell you, the barf won't be in the plane, though. That's for sure. Of course, you might not be either. Yeah, it is a bit bumpy. I love this thing too. The little course predictor, because when it's bumpy like that, it kind of wags. Listen to the wagging tail. Yes, your username worked exactly as planned. Pay me no mind. It worked exactly as planned. Well played. I didn't even do that on purpose. I kind of wish I had. That I would have felt more clever, but alas, I did not, and therefore I am not. Sad day. Oh man. So yeah, so here in where I'm at in Fresno, California, it has been super hot. We've had this nasty heat wave. It's been anywhere between 105 and 112 all week so far, and it is just not fun at all. It was humid at the beginning of the week with that too, so it was just disgusting hot. So I'm happy to be inside in the air conditioner. I'm really happy that my job is mostly indoors. It is a desk job, although I end up going out and doing a lot of stuff for my job, but for the most part, when I need it to be, it can be a desk job, so I'm really thankful for that. Oh man. Alright, passing 33,000 feet, 2,000 feet to go, and we are at cruise. I'm wondering how much of this is turbulence and how much of it is easy dock. Yeah, it looks like it's easy dock. That's not really that bumpy. Yeah, I think it's easy dock. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the seatbelt sign. Let them get up, get their snacks. They deserve it. Yeah, yeah, I know. That's the nice thing about American Truck Sim is they started in California, so my hometown's on American Truck Sim. My Fresno is my primary base for American Truck Sim. Because why not? I live here. That's a fun game, though. I do enjoy American Truck Sim. Alrighty. So yeah, so Saturday I think we'll be doing the challenge flight. That'll be a 747 with very low visibility out of LA to San Francisco with no automation. So you'll want to be here for that. Basically was challenged on one of my first videos just the other day to go ahead and try that for a challenge, basically. And so we'll fly with the systems, but we won't engage the autopilot. So we'll have LNAV, we'll have VNAV to assist us, we'll have ILS to assist us because we'll need it in order to get to the runway in San Francisco, because we're talking half-mile visibility stuff. But we will not engage the autopilot at all during the flight. We will be completely lack of automation for the entire flight in that regard. So, and that's for auto throttles and for autopilot. So that'll be fun. You'll want to see that. So we're going to do that Saturday. Not sure what time. I'm thinking it'll probably be somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 a.m. Pacific. I'm guessing that's 1 p.m. Eastern, and what is 10 plus 7? I don't know. So that doesn't even make any sense. I mean, it's 5 p.m. UTC or not British time. No, UTC. I don't know. I'm just saying things now. It makes no sense. Start working your biceps. Yeah. Well, I do have trim. I will be using trim. So yeah, there will be hydraulic assistance with the plane, but we will not be using the automatic systems. So yeah, I do, Larry. I do want to start doing some ATS at some point. I'm trying to get the flight sim stuff established first, and then I'm going to start doing some ATS. So that will be coming. I just don't know when yet. But yeah. You talking to me? No. No, you are not. Alright, we've made it to our cruise. I'm just going to kind of do a sweep of the systems here and make sure everything looks like where it's supposed to be. And it looks like we're all good. Pressurization is okay. We don't have any alerts on recall here. Does that light both of them up when I do that? Yeah, it does. So that's fine. Autopilot's maintaining. VNAV and LNAV are maintaining what we should be doing. So that's good. So hey guys, what's going on with you? What's interesting in your lives right now? What's new? Any fun weather phenomenons? Any fun flying phenomenons? Any trips, vacations? Blue Crown's not on here right now, but he's one of my first followers, and he's been in Hawaii for a while. I think he's back now. He says he's going to Hawaii another 4 weeks or something like that, which is just crazy. I don't understand that. That must be nice to live that kind of life, but Lord knows I can't. Oh, it's a beautiful day in the sky. Get a nice view of our chemtrails there, guys. Spraying the citizens below. Spray them with ignorance. Oh yeah. Over to Atlanta Control, 13315. Got it. What is that? That one? A nice Easy Dock vibration simulation there. What are views we got here? The wing view, that's beautiful. Other wing view. Oh, from the wing. Call this the winglet view. Under the wing. If only I was that handsome. belly view. Danilo Ferrari, welcome to the stream. ATC, this is just the default FSX ATC. It may sound different, and that's only because I use Edit Voice Pack to speed it up and change some of the phraseology. But it's just default ATC. So the upside of that is it works with my. Well, upside one is it's free. Upside two is it works well with the AI traffic, which is the only reason I use it. If I wasn't using AI, then I wouldn't have a reason to use the ATC, because it's essentially worthless except for that. And then thirdly, I can ignore it in certain situations when it decides to be stupid. And what I mean by that is specifically when it tries to vector me way out and ignore my star, which FSX doesn't recognize stars. So I just will acknowledge it, but do my own thing, and it won't get too angry and cancel my flight plan. So I use it with a grain of salt, I guess you could say. I use it for what I need it for, and that's really traffic separation and alerts, and make sure no one's trying to land on my runway at the same time I am. Because that's just dumb when you try to land on a runway. If you don't use the FSX ATC, or you don't use ATC period, I should say, and you fly with AI, you'll find you're landing and an AI lands right on top of you because they honestly don't know you're there unless you're interacting with ATC. It's really dumb. So, oh well. It's not too shabby considering it's 10 years old, and the fact that no one's really been able to come up with something too much better. I've tried a couple of the other third-party air traffic control systems, and I've never really been happy enough with them to use them. They're always a little too buggy and do something funny with the recognizing the weather or something, and or I have to type and I can't do that. I mean, so obviously the best thing to do is use something like a VATSIM or Pilot Edge, but VATSIM isn't is sporadic, and Pilot Edge costs money. So and Pilot Edge only goes as far as Denver right now, so that's another problem. You're severely limited in your scope. But yeah, that's what I do. If you're just joining us, make sure you follow us on Facebook and Twitter, Flying Moose 83. You can see that on the scrolls at the bottom there telling you that. We're also working our way toward 500 subs, so if you haven't subscribed yet, I urge you to subscribe. Let's get that number up to 500. And go ahead and give the video a like as well. That just helps propagate the channel and gets more people to see it. More viewers, more subscribers, more fun. So we're getting there, though. We're getting there. We're kind of averaging somewhere between 10 and 20 new subscribers a stream, which is great. I'd love to get more, but any new subscribers is great for me. So I'll take it where I can get it. So I thank you guys. For those of you who have subscribed already, I deeply appreciate it. Thank you so much for your continued support. Being able to do that is fantastic. And the fact that we're sitting here cruising, we got 14 people watching right now is just fantastic. I love it. It's nice. And then we just need to get some more people in the conversation. So if you haven't chimed in on chat yet, I urge you to do that. Let's talk. That's why we're up here. It's called Cruise Chat. Chat Cruise. Can't chat a lot when we're doing the major stuff like takeoff and landing because I'm busy doing the takeoff and landing. But now, let's see. I'm pulling up the star for the Corey 3 over here on my tablet. Take a look at it here and see what we've got. Patuxent is our transition, I believe, although I don't see it on here. Yeah, where is it on here? Oh, there. Okay, there it is. So I'm looking for speed restrictions and altitude restrictions. Looks like we have an altitude restriction above 27,000 feet at Ridgy, R-I-D-G-Y. So we'll want to take mind of that. Above flight level 240 at Smyrna. Skippy above flight level 190. Bessie above flight level 170. And Brand above 11,000. Corey at 10,000. And I think that's it. I don't see any speed restrictions. And that should take us straight into to the airport. We're supposed to be, I'm assuming we're going to be landing 2-2, so we're going to be going around because that would take us right into runway 4, it looks like. So, yeah, FlightAware to, yeah, look up real flights and duplicate them. Yep, that's a good way to do it, and a good way to get flight plans too, because they post those on there. It's a lot of fun whenever you fly commercially to look up your own flight and know what altitude you're going to be cruising at and what where you're going to be going. It's also fun to look up the N number of the aircraft you're flying on and look up when it rolled off the line. Find out how old it is. I always find that interesting. See if you're flying on a new aircraft or a really old aircraft or somewhere in between aircraft. That could be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. That'll feel better. I don't know that it will. I'm trying different setups with my headphones here. I'm trying to get used to different settings. It's like pushing funny on my jaw on one side, so it's not ideal. That's okay. It's all for the cause. Alright, 22:42, so we're right around an hour until we land at La Guardia. According to the FMS, in fact, let's check and see if that's still accurate. La Guardia 23:46, yeah, so we're about an hour out. So we're doing good. Sea of clouds off to our right, which would be east, roughly. Yeah, it's a little bumpy today. It's not too bad. It's probably warm. It's probably the issue. So yeah, we got some rough air flying through. Jibby John, though, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. Seatbelt sign's off right now. It's not bumpy enough to where I'm worrying about it. Some of this is actually easy dock, so it's actually accentuating it a bit more than it actually is. Classics are awesome. I have the Boeing 727 and 707 actually. Those are some fun ones to fly. Especially considering you can't rely so much on the automation. It's a little more hands-on because of that. Which is cool. Yeah, it's negative 17 degrees centigrade outside. It's pretty cold. Pretty cold. I think this is, I don't think we're at the optimal level. I think the optimal level was 37. Let me see what it's saying here. That's not what I want. Where does it tell me my, not that. Cruise, here we go. Let's see. Yeah, optimal is flight level 381 at the moment. So yeah, let's go ahead and try and pull it up to 37 and see if it's a little less bumpy. Might as well have some fun. Diwa Sharma, you missed takeoff and climb to cruise. That's about it. Nothing too crazy. Port cruising altitude increase 2,000 feet. Alright, going to 37. Level change. And we'll update this guy too. Yeah, so this is just default FSX ATC, so to answer your question. You may have figured that out already, but see if this gets us out of the chop. Oh, I got you. Yeah, the AI traffic is, I'm blanking. Ultimate Traffic 2 by Flight 1. And I think it's working off old 2008 flight schedules. But I don't really care about the schedules of them. It's more just to have the traffic, so. Doesn't bother me. Doesn't seem to be getting much better up here. We're not up to 3.7 yet, but I think it's just going to be a bumpy day. A bumpy day. Like Mr. Bumpy. Does anyone remember that TV show? For those of you that are in America, I think it was Bump in the Night, I think was what it was called. This was years ago. It was like a claymation looking kind of Mr. Bumpy and Squishington lived in a toilet. Squishy did, not Mr. Bumpy. He lived under the bed. It was like one of those Saturday morning cartoons things from when I was a kid. Now, granted, I'm 34, so this is some time ago. So, yeah, and actually, Flight 1 is coming out with a new traffic software. Like Ultimate Traffic 2 is pretty old. They're coming out with a new one right now. I think it's in beta or alpha or pre-release or whatever that is called. It's in something, but it's not fully out yet, I don't believe. So you might just want to hold off on that, and if you're gonna buy something, check that out. So at least it's the latest and greatest. I'm curious to see what it looks like when it comes out, because I'd be interested in replacing my current one with that. 20 years older than me, yeah, okay. That makes you 54. You're closer in age to my parents. Why are we not able to see you? Because I don't have a webcam yet. I will get one, don't worry, never fear. It's coming, but I do not have one yet. First thing is I have to get another monitor, and then the webcam will be after that. So, yep, glad I could keep you informed there. Pay me no mind. Alright, we're currently en route to, oh no, we're about to be en route to HPW, which is Hopewell, I believe. 67 next month, alright, well you got some age on me. You're older than my parents. Not by much. Not by much. Yeah, it's actually, that's something that's interesting to me. When I went to Flight Sim Con, some of you may have heard me tell this story a number of times, but the amount of diversity in age of people at Flight Sim Con, you know, you kind of think it'd be kind of a young man's game and teenagers. But there were people there, everything from, 14, 15, 16, all the way up to 70s and 80s. A group of guys, and they're probably in their 70s, hanging out, and just love Flight Sim and love doing it and love everything about it. And they're nerding out on it just as much as I am. It was great. So that's one of the cool things about things like Flight Sim Con and get-togethers like that, is you really get to understand that there's a whole community out there that's into this, not just you. And it's really cool to see that and be a part of that. It makes you feel less weird. Not that you may necessarily feel weird to get-go, but, if you do, now you don't need to. skirting underneath this little cloud layer here. So if you haven't said already, I know where some of you are from because I've seen the other streams and we've talked about it before, but if you haven't already said where you're from, let me know where you're from. I love to know where people are watching this from. I know there's some people in the UK. I've got someone here from LA. Someone, when they came in, so they were from, I think from the Canary Islands. I think he may not be on the stream anymore. I think he may have gone to bed. Let's see, where else do we have people from? I've had people from Egypt. I've had people from Sweden, Denmark, Senegal. I think I even had one at one point. So they come from all over. It's really cool to. That's the other cool thing. You know, age range is one thing, but also just the amount of diversity of where people are in the world is just amazing. I mean, you think about it, just even 20, 30 years ago, the amount of connection we had with people around the world versus what we have today, it's insane. I end up chatting with people in Europe, and it's like no big deal. Oh, okay. Well, we'll have to wave as we go by. Pay me no mind. That's awesome. New York City. I haven't been in New York in a long time. I went to, when I was just out of high school, our family took a trip back east to New York and Washington, D.C. In fact, got to go to the top of the World Trade Center a month and a half before they came down. We were there in the end of July of 2001. So, it's a cool city. It was. I don't know if I'd want to live there, but it's a cool city. It's a cool area. Saw Phantom of the Opera on Broadway. That was fun. But yeah, it's a neat area, to be sure. We were at a Days Inn that was like a block and a half from Times Square or something like that, right above a firehouse. So like middle of the night, every 20 minutes. Really let it sink in, the city that never sleeps. But it was a lot of fun. I really want to go back here sometime soon. I really want to go back and go to the 9/11 Memorial, because I hear it's really, really well done. I think that's going to be my next big trip. Probably me and my brother will go out there. Is that Engine 65 right above the Days Inn there? I don't even know what it was, but if you know, you're better than I am. 43rd between 6th and 5th. Very possible. If I let me try to pull it up on a map, I can tell you. That's funny that you can know that. New York. Let's see. Okay, there's Times Square. Yeah, I think that is right about where we were. 43rd. I thought we were the other way from it, but maybe not. I was in high school, so who knows. Zach Watroba, thank you for subscribing, sir. Welcome to the stream. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you here with us. Well, here, let's do this. Days in Manhattan. Because I will recognize the building. I'm going to look it up in the thing here. Maybe 54. Yeah, that's awesome. You're a medic in the city. That's cool. That's got to be a never-ending job. Alright, so right there. Makes sense it's in a theater district. Let's see, where are we from Times Square? See, that looks to me like it. I think this is it here. I think it was 8th and 48th. I think. I haven't confirmed this yet, so stand by. I'm going into satellite view so I can look at the building, because I'll recognize the outside of it. What is that? I don't see a gaze in there. This is 48th. Oh. Oh, so there it is, okay. Oh, it's a Hilton Garden now? Yeah! What did you just do to me? Like, flipped me around, okay. No, go over there. Engine 54 is on 8th, and I think there's a hotel above it. Yeah, if you want to patch that. Oh, that'd be awesome. See, I'm looking at the thing right now. I'm trying to see if there's... Stupid map on my phone is not cooperating. Well, I don't see a fire station... Unless that's it, and it's just across the street. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I thought it was right below us, but I could be wrong. This was a long time ago. Yeah, 54 is right here, and it's right next to, it's across the street from the hotel. I think that must have been it. It was probably right next door. I thought it was right beneath us, but that was, you know, it's been, what, 15 years? 2001. It was 2001, so 16 years. Yeah, it's been a while. I have never visited the UK. I'm dying to visit the UK, though. I would love to do that. Yeah, the Hilton Garden. I think it might have used to been a Days Inn. I think it's a Hilton Garden now because the hotel looks very familiar. I'm gonna go check out the Days Inn one because when I typed in Days Inn, it came up as that, and it seems right because I remember being north of Times Square and to the west slightly. So it geographically it makes sense, and the terrain around it looks about what I remember. So I'm pretty sure that is it. I lost my class ring in that hotel. I left it on something and completely forgot about it, and called the hotel and they knew nothing. Had that class ring for like all of 2 months because I graduated that year. Oh well. Life. Yeah, no, I have never visited the UK though. I would love to at some point. London, British politics just fascinate me. I mean, the whole royal family thing and Parliament and all that stuff. I don't know. I love it. I'm not English in any way. I'm half Swedish and half German. But there's just something about it that just fascinates me. Not that that's the only reason I want to go to the UK, but it just looks like a cool area. Yeah, maybe. No, like I said, it was 16 years ago. That'd be really funny though, because it would stand out. Because that it'd be easy to spot because it'd have the year and Hoover. Oh, that'd be funny. It was like a green kind of jewel in it. I'm trying to remember what I had on the side, because you could engrave stuff on the side, like a little icon. I want to say I may even have like a aviation theme on it, because I was all into planes back then. That'd be funny if someone found that and goes, "Oh yeah, it's here in this pawn shop." Oh, that would just be hilarious. Yeah, but no, I want to go back to New York at some point to visit. It's a cool area, and I want to go to the UK at some point. And actually, would really love to go to Germany at some point too. I think if whenever I get over to England, I'm going to do a double trip with like UK and Germany. See the land of my heritage. All right, we're about 45 minutes out, based on the, as Buzz Lightyear would say, according to my Navicomputer. Let's see. Yep, 23:44. Supposed to have 9.1, 7.5 is our alternate, so we should be okay on fuel, which is good. Yeah, alternate. If you're just joining us, make sure you follow us on Facebook and Twitter, Flying Moose 83. Find details down below in the scroll. Also, we're trying to get to 500 subs, so if you have not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button. I would truly appreciate it. And give the video a like while you're at it, too. I'd really appreciate it. Join Team Moose as we fly across the skies of the world in various aircraft, like this beautiful 737 by PMDG. Paint scheme by me, but the model is PMDG. Yes, you heard that right. I painted this aircraft. Just to be clear. I do dabble in aircraft repaints. Specifically for my VA, but I've done other ones in the past too. It came out pretty nice, if I do say so myself. Of course, I'm biased. Did I give this plane a name? I don't think I did. Yeah, I didn't name it. Boo on me. Let's see, where are we at the moment? This is looking Chesapeake-ish. That is, at least. Oh, yeah. So, Washington. Did you just tell me to contact Potomac approach? Oh, that was him. I was like, I'm at cruise altitude. I shouldn't be talking to approach. Alright. Thank you, Pay Me No Mind. I appreciate that. Is there a good place to get cheaper ads for? Yeah, there is freeware for FSX. The best place to go is to check out two places. One is flightsim.com. There's a whole library of freeware there, and then references and news articles to payware. And then also avsim.com, or is it avsim.net? It's one of the two. AVSIM. Avsim.com or .net. I think it's .net. But yeah, both those are great repositories of shareware and freeware for FSX. Everything from traffic add-ons to plane add-ons to anything, you know, scenery, airports. Yeah, they're both great. In fact, I met the guy who started FlightSim.com and FlightSimCon, and it's funny, that guy is a spitting image of a guy that goes to my church. He should be his twin brother if I didn't know better. It's really funny. 767 with a fighting art. Oh, nice. Notre Dame scheme. I assume you are a Notre Dame fan. Did you go to Notre Dame, or you just like Notre Dame? I feel like DC is up in there somewhere. Let's see if we can sleuth this out. Let's see, airport. Let's see here. It's not that helpful. Oh, there's Baltimore. Oh, there's, yep. So there's DCA, and IAD should be back here somewhere, I'm guessing. Alright, so it's just off the, yeah, that makes sense. It's just up the way here. In fact, I think it's up in there. Or right there. Let's see. Yeah, that's true. You can also find out when the sales are that way. It's a good source for info for that. Yeah, okay. So you're literally right there in South Bend. Got it. That's cool. I'm about 2 miles from Fresno State, which is not nearly as famous as Notre Dame. But we have managed to slink our way into the top 25 every so often in football. And if you're familiar with Derek Carr, who's the golden boy of Oakland Raiders right now, he's a former quarterback from Fresno State. As well as his brother David Carr, who ended up being kind of more of a flop in the NFL, more due to the fact that I think that his offensive line sucked, and so he got sacked all the time. But it's unfortunate for him. I think as a quarterback he was pretty good, but he got stuck in a bad situation. Yeah, I would imagine Stanford's well known. Yep, they're not that close to me. I mean, they're up in the Bay Area. My sister. Not the school, but the hospital that's associated with Stanford, had a double lung transplant there about 4 years ago. Successfully, so that was good. That was an interesting time, makes for an interesting story. My sister has cystic fibrosis and needed new lungs. So we spent quite a bit of time up at Stanford. The hospital, not the school. But they're in the same general area. It's true, he's got a ring now. It's true. Yeah, she's doing great, actually. This is 4 years past it, and she's like the poster child for successful lung transplant. In fact, not quite a year after the transplant, she, along with the rest of the family, hiked to Half Dome in Yosemite, which is 8,000 feet elevation. It's about a 16-mile hike, and it's not an easy hike. I did not make it all the way to the top, and she was able to with being able to breathe better with the new lungs. So, yeah, amazing success story. So thank you. She is, yeah, she's now happily married, and well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. But yeah, so organ donors do rock. If you're not an organ donor, you should be an organ donor. No reason not to be. Unless, of course, you just saw the there was a reference to Life of Brian from Monty Python earlier in the stream, and that was on TV the other day, and they're doing the organ donor one where the guys walk in and basically say, "Oh, yeah, you got an organ donor card, so we're going to take it right now." It's like, "But I'm not dead." They just start ripping it out. Oh, it's so great. Gotta love Monty Python. Ba-ba-dum-bum. Well, looks like we're coming toward top of descent in about 30 miles, looks like. About 30 miles from top of descent. Keep in mind, remember, we need to be above flight level 270 at Ridgey. I'm going to make sure in our FMS right now that it's got those. Yeah, Ridgey, flight level 270, above. Yeah, so it will do that. So we're at, we can actually descend by 10,000 feet here when we get to that point. So if they don't clear us down before that, we'll ask for it. And we'll start on down. Archie Bunker signed a donor card. I can only imagine. Nope, Jimmy John, I do not. I go all over the place. So just Sunday we did a flight in the 717, which is narrow body, I understand. Before that we did a 757, I think it was. No, MD-11 was before that. Into Miami, so that's a wide body. We did before I think before Flight SimCon we did a 747. I've done 727, 737 obviously. I try to just change it up to keep it interesting. So I don't necessarily, the downside of the wide body stuff is you tend to want to do those on longer flights, and so I have to plan those accordingly. You can do them on shorter ones too, especially when they're cargo. It's a little more likely that you got the big stuff doing cargo just because of the amount of cargo you got to haul. But yeah, I try to change it up. That way it doesn't get too boring. I don't want to just fly the 737 all the time, and I don't just want to fly the 747 all the time, although the 747 is by far my favorite aircraft, just because in real life and now in the sim, now that PMDG came out with their version 3, which is awesome. So yeah, we do them all. We do them all. I don't have, like I said, the only Airbus aircraft I have right now is the A320-21 1819, that series from Aerosoft. There isn't really a lot of good payware, because I like the study sim aircraft. I like it to be as realistic as possible, so I don't like flying an aircraft just because it's that aircraft. I want to be able to fly the systems and use the system. So it would be nice if they start coming out with some better done, some not payware, but some study level style Airbus of the other stuff, like the 380, the 340, stuff like that. That'd be cool. I'm not a huge Airbus fan in general. I'm more of a Boeing boy, but I'm not afraid to fly the Airbus, and I love learning all of them. So. Thanks, Tassie Gabriel. Thank you for the sub, and yeah, I understand it's late where you are. That's why I try to do these streams earlier on the weekends when I can, for you guys that have to get to bed at normal time. So, thank you, sir, for the kind words. We'll see you next time, and yeah, subscribe to the Twitter and the Facebook feed too, and you'll know when we're streaming. Have a good night. Alright, looks like we hit the top of the descent, so I'm going to request the down. Request cruising altitude decrease by 10,000. Yeah, there's something about four-engine aircraft that are just cool. Unfortunately, they're becoming fewer and far between because of the economics, but they are just cool. Oh, it's the keyword views, okay, but it's missing a few things. Yeah, see, that's the thing, is you get some of these aircraft that people release just because people want the latest and greatest, and they don't put enough time into the aircraft, so you get to, yeah, I flew the aircraft, but it was really just the looked like the aircraft, and that I don't appreciate as much. Quality Wings is coming out with the 787 here in the next about 3 months or so, from what they tell me at Flight SimCon, so that'll be cool. We'll definitely have to check that out. But yeah, no one's really doing a lot from what I understand of the Airbus stuff, and I don't know why that is. It just doesn't seem to be a... And I don't know if it's because the planes are so automated that it's harder to model in the sim accurately or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's interesting that there's just not a lot of Airbus out there. A good Airbus, I should say. I'm sure there's tons of freeware Airbus. That's not that great up to snuff, but... Alright, so we're moving on down. And so hopefully once we get around 310, they'll clear us down to 27. Again, we don't need to be to 27 until... Wait, at 24. Oh, we already passed. Okay, so yeah, so... We want to be at 10,000 by Corey. Walid Al-Gahandi. I probably pronounced that wrong, but thank you, sir, for subscribing. I appreciate it. Welcome to the flight. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. Amtrak earbuds. That's awesome. Nizar Wally just subscribed. Thank you, sir, so much. Welcome aboard. Good to have you here. Okay, I'm supposed to be at 10,000 by the time I get to there. So that's, well, that's 60 miles. So if they let us keep going down here, then we can get there. There we go. Alright, I'm going to request down even further just because. Ah, there we go. Yeah, we are on Facebook, Flying Moose 83. So if you look down on the ticker down there, the scrolly, facebook.com/Flying Moose 83, you can go ahead and follow me there. Mankesh, are you signing off? Well, I personally feel that Boeing is better than Airbus too, but that's just me. They have advantages to both, but how's it going? Finally caught the live. Hey man, awesome to have you here. Demon Dre Purnell, welcome aboard. Glad you were able to catch us live. We're just starting our descent down into New York's LaGuardia. So how do you modify paint schemes that you created yourself? I'd love to bring back little KATL. Yeah, so the way you need to do that is you get paint kits for the aircraft. So depending on the aircraft, like PMDG, if you buy them, they have paint kits that you can go in and repaint the aircraft. You can also a lot of times find liveries that people have already done in the one you're looking for. So it would not surprise me if there are Continental liveries out there for a lot of aircraft. You just got to find a livery design for the aircraft you're flying. Demon Dre Purnell, thank you so much for subscribing, sir. Welcome aboard. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate it. So yeah, so you just got to either be willing to paint it yourself, or oh dagnabbit, or find someone who already has. And at this point, because Continental's been around for so long and until recently, I would not surprise me if there was a lot of Continental liveries out for a lot of things. Yeah, it really is sad that the 747-8 is not doing it as well. The freighter's doing better, but the passenger model just did not take off, and mainly because of the economics of the thing. It's hard to justify a large 4-engine aircraft with 2 extra engines of maintenance and stuff when you can do the same thing with a 2-engine aircraft, and that's just the reality. So. I mean, that's why Airbus the A380 hasn't done it. I mean, if it wasn't for Emirates, the A380 would have been a flop for the most part. Most air. Oh man, okay, that's turbulence. Seatbelts, man. Most airlines got a few of them because that's what their customers, as a way to get more customers. But I think the 747 brand has done, I mean, in recent years has done better overall than the A380 brand has done. But yeah, it's sad. I really wish it wasn't the case, because like I said, I love the 747. That's my favorite aircraft. But it's going to go away someday, as sad as that is. I'm going to lose that famous hump. And I'm not looking forward to that day, I'll tell you that. No, I'm not. Aviation Gaming. I thank you. Welcome to the stream, by the way. I am a facility manager in real life. I did do flying lessons when I was out of high school, so I have some real life experience. I did solo cross country and stuff, but I did not get my PPL because I ran out of money. Safe turbulent airspeed. It depends on the turbulence, really. If you keep it below the red, you're generally okay. I'm going to go ahead and actually put out some drag because it needs it. Oh, that helped. All right, we're getting runway 22, so that's good. So we're getting everything that we expected. I'm not going to follow their vectors because I've got my own. So we're going to do it our way and then go from there. But I'm going to acknowledge them because otherwise they'll cancel my flight plan. Mankesh, all right, great, you're still here. It didn't sound like you were you were leaving, but you just wished me a good landing. That's awesome. Thank you, sir. All right, we're gonna go ahead and set this to auto brake 2 in preparation for landing. Descent path unachievable. That's fine. We can't go down fast enough. They want us to be at 10,000 at Corey. I don't know that we're gonna be able to make that. The plane's trying to slow the descent rate down because it's trying to slow the plane down, so it's not helping things. Let's see. All right, below 18,000, so we're going to switch back to altimeter setting. Turn this on so I'm not landing in the dark. I don't want to. What is the hardest aircraft I've ever piloted? The hardest? I think that's a difficult question. I'm trying to think back. I think the hardest in a system standpoint was probably the MD-11, only because it was so different from Boeing that I was used to. And I mean, I'm good at it now, but it's taken me a long time to get proficient with the MD-11 because its systems are different. The view in the cockpit. Yeah, oh, that's a good point. Yeah, Tropical Storm Cindy. I didn't hear about that, but that doesn't surprise me. No, take out the spoilers at this point. Let's see here. So our VREF is going to be 146, it looks like, with 30 degrees of flap. I will not. I'm going to descend on schedule and see if they yell at me. Eventually they'll agree with me, so... oh, 225, that is a beast, I would imagine. Yeah, I don't have a 225 model, so I've never tried that one, but I can imagine. In fact, I've never flown any Russian, like Ilyushin or anything like that. I understand Antonov is actually Ukrainian, but I can imagine that would be an interesting learning curve. All right, up ahead is RBV. I know that's Robbinsville. In fact, that brings back good memories for me. If any of you are familiar with FS-98, one of the missions that you could fly, and I'd say missions kind of loosely. Yeah, he's going to yell at me about my altitude now. One of the earliest things in that was a 737 you could fly from LA to New York was the flight, and it would do little like the little, it was very basic ATC thing, And the I still remember the flight plane clearance. It was I think it was Blue Sky 747, Blue Sky 737, cleared to New York via direct Paradise J64 Robbinsville direct. I don't know what, I mean, that stuck in my head because I always wanted to do that flight. I could never hang in there long enough to do it, but it was the closest thing to flying a true airliner flight at FS-98 at that early stage for me. And so I know RBV very well because that's Robbinsville. That was the fix-in New York. Direct Paradise J64 Robbinsville direct. That was the clearance. So if you remember that, kudos to you. But that's FS-98. I'm not climbing to 17,000. I'm descending because you will not descend me fast enough, I'm sure, if I don't do it that way. I know how things go. I know how this works. There's a hold there that we don't need to deal with. You know what? I wonder. The legs page here. I'm going to switch sort of plan for a second. How do I... That just jumps all the way to there. How do I... oh, step. What? Some kind of weird discontinuity at some point that I'm not aware of. Or is it going right over the field? I might be going right over it. That might be why. KC-135, yes, the military version, the tanker version of the Boeing 707, essentially. Those are cool aircraft. We get those flying in and out of Fresno every so often. Not very often, but we have an air guard base here, so we get some military stuff every now and again. My favorite is always when we get the C5 Galaxy in here. Oh man, that thing has a sound like you cannot forget. I love that. Alright, so here's JFK. La Guardia should be up in here somewhere. This is Manhattan, I believe. Which ones? The 135s or the C5s? Because the C5s aren't mothballed. They've actually been retrofitting a bunch of them. They're now the C5M, I think it is, with new avionics and new engines. So they're not all mothballed anyway. There's a whole bunch of them up here at Travis Air Force Base, just north of me. LAX Tacoma 737 ran out of fuel. That sucks. Yeah, the C5s aren't all mothballed yet. Actually, that's the one time I've been to Hawaii was from SFO to Kona, and that was a 767 though, and a 77 on the way back. That was a fun flight. Maybe it's just recent then that they started rolling them out and rolling them back. I don't know. Started out at Carswell Air Force Base. Oh, really? Where Strategic Air Command was filmed? Interesting. That's cool. Where is Carswell? Is that what state is that in? I'm just gonna bring this all the way down to that and say descend on schedule. Yeah, it seems to be going that way. Xander Murray Thank you, sir, for joining us while you could. Will have a safe flight. We'll be landing here shortly. Oh, Fort Worth, Texas. Okay. And we just flew into there with the... What did I fly in there? 757. And then we flew from there to St. Louis, and then from St. Louis to Miami in the MD-11. And then from Miami to Atlanta, and Atlanta to here. Lived in Dallas for 2 years. I'm assuming, is that what you meant? Still unsure of what's happening here with regard to the battleground. Yeoman. That must be just a direct about face. Alright, below 10,000, so we're going to go ahead and turn the landing lights on. We'll turn the taxi light on so when the gear comes out, that's all set. Seatbelt sign's already on. There's New York, Manhattan, which I don't have any updated scenery for, so I'm curious what's over here. It's probably just nothing as far as the no Twin Towers and no Freedom Building. Ryan P., welcome to the stream. Air Force Prep. I love that guy. I've watched a lot of his videos. He's hilarious. If you're in the back and spinning turbines, don't look ahead because the front row seats may disappear in a split second due to fuselage flex. I flew a 757-300 from pretty much the back from Minneapolis to LA just recently from Flight SimCon. Really nice flight, actually. And I got to go sit in the cockpit. I've got a picture of me sitting in the cockpit. The captain let me go up there after the flight was over. We were on the ground. Obviously, they won't let you do that in the air now due to post 9/11 issues. But it was really fun. Frame rates are getting nutty, as I expected. Ology Technology, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Yeah, it looks lovely, doesn't it? New York. Da 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 da. Yeah, I think we're going right over the top of it, and then what's happening? What are you doing? What was that? Is that a weird wind shift just now? What's going on? What's going on? What the heck is happening? I don't know what's happening, but I don't like it. And I'm taking over. When in doubt, aviate. When in doubt, aviate. Alright, there's La Guardia, and we're going to be landing from over here. Shut up. Alright, no, I was not holding, and the thing is, you notice it's still dashes, so it shouldn't be treating it as I'm holding. So that's why I thought it might be happening at first, and then it started turning the other way, so I don't know what that was. It was very strange. I bought it from PMDG. I spent the money. I don't know if that's exactly the question you're asking, but yeah, it's not bootleg. It's paid for. It's bought. It's legal. Ooh, that's pretty. So my hotel was somewhere over there. And we'll try not to do a Miracle in the Hudson situation. Challenge, fly any 767 or Delta UPS to... Alright, yeah, we should do that sometime. I've got UPS liveries. Right, come on. Yeah, why do you think I should be over there? I don't know what's going on here. Okay. I wonder if it's freaking out because it's... In fact, after we passed Greco here, we're going to swing around to hit Yeoman and come in on the flight path. No, why do you still want me to go over there? just gonna switch to New York Tower and say screw you all. Keep up this crap. Yeah. Yeah, nicely done. Yeah, Kramer and Jerry. Very nice. And Jerry. What did I say? Yeah, Jerry. Cosmo Kramer. I am not going to do that. Not going to do it. Wouldn't be prudent. Okay. I think we're going to level off with that a little bit, at least to shed some airspeed. Let's put that back. Speed for approach, VREF is what did I say it was? 146 is VREF, so we'll be a little above that. We'll be about 150 or so, 151 for final approach. Blame the Russians. Yeah, just like all the Democrats, exactly. Where did Yeoman go? That's weird. Okay. Alright, we're gonna bank this around for the final approach. Review your flight plan. Does it auto-load your waypoints? No, I have to enter those in. There's a way to do it to where you can load the flight plan, like from a file, but I don't ever do it that way. You freaking out there, man? Pull that back in. We're going to go flap 5. Coming around. I tell you, this is the most fun. Hand fly this thing on the approach like this. This is the way to flight sim, guys. Oh, we got some rain. All right.
New York approach with wind 1103.
I'm really not climbing anywhere.
With wind 1103. New York approach. Roger. Altimeter 2988.
Oh, I'm gonna dip below my preset altitude and hold.
With wind 1103. Please expedite your climb to altitude 17,000. New York approach. Air Canada 722. Wind Celtic 5000. Air Canada 722. New York approach. Roger. Altimeter 2989. Air Canada 722. Turn right heading 140. Turn right heading 140. Air Canada 722. West wind 1103. Please expedite your climb to altitude 17,000.
Can't tell if that guy in front of me is on approach or not.
West wind 1103. Contact New York approach on 132.7. Altitude 132.7. West wind 1103. Goodbye.
Go flaps 10. Let's see. Pull my legs here. Okay, we are set for runway 22. So about 9 miles from the runway. Yeah, exactly. If only I could say that. Yeah, unable. It's more like unwilling, but yeah. There's the runway. Okay, I see it now. We're a little off the center line here. Is it pulling up the... Where's my nav radio page? I don't know. I'm flying off the handle here, so I better be careful. We're still good. Oh, we're coming on the glide slope right about now. Yeah, gears up. I'm going to put it down in a second. I'm going to go flaps 20 now, or 15 I guess that is, and gear down. And we're just going to do straight visual. And I don't think these guys are going to help me, so because they're not going to ever send me over to tower, so I think we're just going to ignore them. Yeah, because they still think we're climbing to 17,000. Oh, he was in front. Okay, so he's landing. This McDonald's MD-80 apparently. Okay. Yeah, I'm not doing that, so... Yeah, we need to put the engines to continuous. Spoilers armed. Flaps coming down to 30. Gears down, 3 green. Auto brakes at 2. We're a little low. Little low ski. Mark Lawton, Haupt? I don't know how to pronounce that, but welcome. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it, sir. Descend? Oh, shoot. Someone's right above me? Really? Where'd you come from? Sure. It's AI traffic, like, right in front of me. And I don't like this either, so... We're gonna die if we're not... We're going to come in on top of somebody. Oh, somebody on the runway. Runway incursion! And there's someone like right in front of us, like probably right above us or below us. This is gonna be nasty. Got about a 14 knot crosswind, it looks like, so that's helping things too. Oh gosh! You suck. I knew he was right there. Oh, you suck, sir. Alright, we're down. Okay, Lance, thanks you for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. Welcome aboard. Thank you so much, sir. Disarm the auto brake. Holy crap. See? And that's normally why I use FSS ATC, because they would have... Did he actually go around? Oh, he did. Wow, that never happens. Normally they just land regardless of me. Well, that's cool. I'll take it. Take that. Be gone. Hold on to your butts, yeah. Nice, nice Jurassic Park reference there. come off the line here. We're going to kill our landing lights.
Turn left, heading 055.
Kill.
Maintain 2,700. Expect vectors ILS. Runway 22. Approach. American 736.
Ryan P., thank you, sir. Yeah, it was a pretty harrowing approach, especially when the crosswind and the frame rates aren't the best. Those two in combination make for a really sketchy landing, but all things considered, it actually wasn't that bad, except for the fact that we got basically assaulted by a American Airlines MD-80 right there at the end. Yeah, it was a bit bumpy, but that's okay. And part of that, too, is easy dock settings, so even a pretty smooth approach will show quite a bit of shake, so it's kind of hard to tell sometimes how smooth it really was, but yeah, it was a little harder than usual, but it wasn't too bad. Alright, flaps up, we gotta start the APU. We gotta turn these off all the way. And auto brakes are already off, spoilers are up, flaps are not all the way up, coming up. He was inside of me. Yeah, that's what you want to hear. Cleaning a lot of soiled seats. Yeah, exactly. Oh man. We need a gate. Let's see. Bravo seems no. Bravo seems small. We can do Bravo 8, I guess. No. Swissport. Okay, now I gotta find them. So they're not over here, so we're gonna continue on around. Swift trucking, yeah, exactly. Exactly. The AI is just like Swift. Oh, that's funny. So 23:45, we'll call it, is our touchdown time, which is right about what the computer was saying it was going to be. So, so that's good. We're on time as far as the flight computer. Which are you talking about? The parking options? That's a GSX. I forget what it stands for, but it's by FS Dream Team, I believe. So if you go to their website, you can find that. It takes care of all kinds of ground handling services, and puts the ability to the pushback stuff that we had on the takeoff. You saw that, as well as cargo loading and unloading and stuff like that. So it adds a nice little dose of realism to the flight. It is payware. It does cost. It's not. It's a little pricey for what it is, I guess you might say, because I think it's like $40. But it's worth it for the immersion. It looks like we're right here. I can see my people sitting there. You know what? Shut up. You're not being constructive anyway, so I'm just going to turn you off. You're being on time, yeah. My pleasure. We strive for an on-time service here at West Wind and the Flying Moose in general. So yes, I'm glad you appreciate that. All right, we'll duck in here on Alpha, and that'll take us into our gate. Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna go one more before I go in. I do not know if it works with FS9. Paranoid, sorry, pay me no mind. Thank you very much for joining us. It was a pleasure having you on board with us today. We'll hopefully see you again sometime soon. Goodbye, my Ukrainian friend. Das vidanya. Thank you for joining me. Yeah, we'll see you soon as well, hopefully. Alright, we'll come down here. This is Hotel, and this will take us into Alpha, and then into the ramp. Mancash, good night. Thank you for joining me. Appreciate your fun with us today. It was a lot of fun. Emergency 242, I can't really help you with FS 2004. There actually was a program called Active Camera, In fact, I used to have it, and I replaced it with EasyDock because I liked it better. And I believe that one worked for FS 2004. I think Active Camera worked for FS 2000 FSX as well, but I don't know for sure. Diwa Sharma, thank you for joining me. Have a good night, sir. Pleasure having you on board today. Guys, welcome to New York. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for those of you who subscribed for the first time, and for those of you who already subscribed, I truly appreciate it. Make sure you like this video before you leave, or at some point before you go. It's a big help as well. Just gonna get this sucker parked. Which I think he's parking us too far. I don't think that jetway's gonna... Oh no, it will. Yeah, close enough. Alright. So APU is running, so we're going to kick that over here, and we're going to turn on the APU bleed for the packs. And we'll go ahead and turn off the window heat so we don't overheat that system. We'll turn off the pitot heats for the same reason. Cabin light here, and engine cut. At 2352, not bad. Let's see. Jimmy John, adios. Should do a KIH to South America next time you play. Yeah, we'll do some South America stuff at some point, for sure. Das vidanya, thank you, sir. Let me have a look around at my planes. Only certain angles. Yeah, by default, you only have like the basic angles, and so you need an add-on software to do the more complex stuff, which I use. Actually, I use EasyDock for. The other good one that's just coming out, I don't know this will work with FS 2004 because it's a brand new program, and that's Chase Plane. That's coming out of alpha here any day now. Let's see. Delodidin 12, however you pronounce that. Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us. I don't think I saw you on chat earlier, but I'm glad you were able to join us. Hopefully we'll see you again. Thank you, sir, so much. And Trevor, I'm glad you subscribed. Thank you so much. It probably didn't show your thing because you must have your subscriptions set to private. But thank you, sir, for subscribing so much. I appreciate it. And we're going to request deboarding here. Larry Fick, 16 watching, need another flight. Yeah. Well, too bad it's time for me to go and do some stuff. I need to eat dinner, actually. I came straight home from work and started streaming to make sure I could get as many of you guys to see it as possible. I didn't want to wait too long. So I need to go eat dinner now. But we will, like I said, we will not stream tomorrow because I teach a class called Financial Peace tomorrow. If ever you guys have a chance to check out Dave Ramsey, I encourage you to do it. Help with your finances. But Friday we will stream during the day. And then Saturday we will definitely stream. Saturday will be the challenge flight for sure. May even do a second flight depending on how that goes. Farmer Boys 777, what's up? Nice to see you here. Welcome to the stream. Unfortunately, we're just coming at the end of it. Ology Technology, yeah, you're subset to private. But thank you, sir, for subscribing. Thank you for saying I deserve 500. I appreciate it. I hope I will deserve more than that eventually, but right now we're just working our way to 500. I'll take it as we come. Baby steps. Yeah, Farmer Boys 777. Fortunately, you did. We just landed here in La Guardia. We just pulled up to the gate, and I'm just about to open the doors here. In fact, let's do that now because these people want to get off the plane. I'm sure they're just itching to go. Not ground connections. That's not what I want. No, 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 no. Doors. Open that door. Ooh, I hear thunder. And we'll get the cargo doors opened up as well. Alright, so they'll start getting off flight. I will be doing more live streams. Don't worry. I can't do it tonight because, like I said, I haven't had dinner yet and I gotta eat. I'm starving. But we will be live streaming again on Friday. We'll be live streaming on Saturday. We will most likely be live streaming on Sunday afternoon. But thank you for joining. Jefferson Tomlinson, thank you for the other sub. I appreciate it. Farmer Boy 777, you just finished a flight for FedEx. Are you part of the virtual airline, or are you just doing it for funsies?
Great job, gentlemen.
I love when he says great job. It's fake, and it doesn't know, but it's still fun to hear. We can disarm the emergency lights at this point. I'll disarm the, take off the seatbelt sign as well. We can turn off the fuel pumps. Actually, I'm going to leave one of them on for the APU. We turn off the yaw damper. We'll kill the IRSs can go off. The hydraulics for the electrical hydraulics can go off. These can come... Oops, not around. Don't do that. Those can come off. I think that's pretty much all I need to do there. Yeah, good. FedEx VA. That's awesome, man. Yep, it's okay. We'll be streaming again. I'm glad you found us at all, and we'll be streaming, like I said, Friday and Saturday, and probably Sunday afternoon as well. So, yeah, if you follow us on Facebook and Twitter, the Strolly thing down below, you can you'll get to know when we're flying, because I always announce ahead of time, usually at least an hour before we're streaming. So, Jefferson, you're a simulator fan of all games. So in other words, like all simulator games, is that what you're saying? Because I'm with you on that. I love sim games in general. Flight is my passion, my first love passion. But I have ATS. I actually have farming simulator as well. I've always liked the SimCity stuff. That's not really a simulator as much as it's a different thing. But train sim stuff, I've got train simulator, and so yeah. You own it, meaning you own the VA, or you own the, oh, my VA. Oh, nice. Well done, sir. What is that, what's the website? Is that FedEx? I'm trying to remember. I've looked at FedEx VA before. Is that FedEx Virtual, or, yeah, that's awesome. I've been with Westwind since since 2007. And before that, I was with a group called Gateway when I was in high school, but they don't exist anymore. Trevor Philibald, thank you. I'm glad you can't wait for another one. We will be doing another one here, not tonight, but we will be doing it again. So thank you. If you subscribed and you follow us on Twitter and Facebook, you'll know when it's happening. Oh, just private via. Oh, I got you. Okay. All right, well, that's cool too. There goes American Eagle. All right, well, it sounds like the people are gone, and it looks like for the most part we're done here. So I'm going to call it a night, and I just want to say again a huge thank you for those of you that flew along with us today and have been following along with us as we go. It's so much fun to do this and be able to talk to you guys while we do this. It's just a lot of fun. So see you guys later. Jefferson, thank you for all of you that subscribed for the first time today. Major appreciation to you, and especially to all of you who are already subscribers. Really appreciate it. You're making this what it is. So thank you so much. We will see you Friday, guys. Have a good night. Have a wonderful rest of the Wednesday and Thursday. And with that, I got to switch over to full screen or whatever screen is first. Yeah. All right, guys. It's been a lot of fun. You said my last name wrong. Oh, Phil. Oh, look, I thought there was another I in there. I apologize. So is it Philbald? Looks like Phillbald, BLAD rather. Philbald, Philbald. So sorry, I apologize. Don't mean to. No offense meant. Just it's small and far away, so it's hard to see sometimes. All right, guys. It was fun. Thank you so much for coming along with me.